ready to start this match. So a little delay, not so fun, but we managed to get through it. And now we are basically ready to start the game. It will be LG. So, okay, here it is, Kiln. Here it is. Finally, we managed to get through the issues that we had. And now we have Maya against Romance on this map. It's alright map, I think. There is not that much stone. So, but it is enough, it is enough. While waiting, I actually checked the map itself. Because I really didn't have anything. I don't know, guys. Zaraz, I have to check them. Let me check. Yeah, there is no point in delaying. Let's just play. Okay, so we are starting. There is nice island that I can see right now. And I also have to share links everywhere. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, everything works. Nice. And here we can see Gotthardus and Stevie sorting out their games. Okay, and Gotthardus is in-game, everything works fine. Finally, it took some time, but yeah. Okay, hopefully it works. Yep, everything works perfectly. Let me just open the chat too. Okay, nice. Nice, finally. Everything is set up and works. Okay, so let's focus on the game a bit more. Yeah, that's pretty standard, I would say, LG start. Maybe even that tower was a little bit too fast. But it's fine. We see two stone mines, I mean stone cutters. One lumberjack. Well, for Stevie we see small residence, single stone cutter, an early forester, which is fine because there is literally no forest here. And here it would be good to have that forester too, because that lumber is going to run out quite soon. Oh, let me also enable the chat real quick because I can see what you're posting. Oh, yeah, Stevie, double lumberjack, single forester, probably soon sawmill. So yeah, everything is in perfect order when it comes to LG. Well, here we can also see that it's fine. It's probably forester or tower, but I would guess that this is the tower and this is the forester. So it's fine here as well. And here, very importantly, we see that the mountain is already being taken, and that's really nice, because you want to see what is in the mountains quite early on, and where the resources actually are. Right? So yeah, I was kinda afraid that Gotthardus won't know how to exactly play LG, but I guess he did some training, and my worry was unnecessary. So yeah, LG is generally quite slow, but also we can look for minor things that make the game, well, better for both players. Alright. So yeah, it's basically a game of small mistakes and extra optimization in my opinion. So far, I guess this is small residence because Gotthardus didn't actually build small residence first. Alright, at least I didn't see it. But yeah, the settlers would point to that. That this is his first residence of this game, and that's fine. That's completely fine. I would perhaps like to see more digging. Stevie did something wrong. Ah, yeah, he did. He did. By mistake? That's a big mistake, actually. And I would place it like here. Because his stonecutter, by mistake, he deleted his stonecutter. That's a big mistake. That's a chance for Gotthardus to get ahead of him. Which, well, would be nice for him. Not so nice for Stevie. But I do hope that this game will be quite interesting from both sides. And yeah, we can see that Gotthardus is getting ahead in resources already. So yeah, that's an advantage. This map is really far. I have to scroll quite far. And here we also see that first iron smelter and toolsmith are actually coming into quite soon for Stevie right here. Which, yeah, it's not bad, not great. If there is a mountain that does require a far away, does require many towers or is just far away, then unfortunately, very fortunately, he had the stone to actually rebuild the stone cutter. It's not that cheap, it does cost 3 stone for that. So yeah, that is actually quite fortunate. But that will certainly make this game more interesting. And we actually see that Gotthardus is not deleting this tower. He could. That is always extra resources, and Gotthardus is already on the mountain. He is building his first coal mine, soon to be iron mine too. And yeah. And also we see first iron smelter. I would say that it would be better if these resources actually came first to the iron mine, but well, it is not a big mistake. It is somewhat of my mistake, but still not a major one, given that Stevie did basically the same thing and built both of those buildings first, and only then started building mines too. Well, Stevie is getting a bit ahead through playing and using priority on buildings, which allows him to actually dig the buildings first and only then build them when he actually thinks it's necessary, so that's really good. Meanwhile, Gotthardus is actually already has ready coal mine, and this iron mine will be done shortly as well. So yeah, we are getting into kind of the more interesting part of the game, I would guess. Actually, let me check what is happening with Capitan and Gulliver, because I was watching that too. Okay, they have... Okay, that's pretty even game, I would say. Nice. I will have to watch that after this stream. But I can already see that both of those players can actually and know actually how to play LG, which is very nice. Because I kinda didn't expect much at first, but now that I see it, it is looking good for both of those players. It is very nice to see that. Potter. We see the fisherman spotter. Oh, probably there is some tip from... There was already some... Let me check in stats. But I would guess there was already some... Yeah, there was already tip from Stevie. He heading into the Gothardus territory and it was caught before it even arrived, which is very, very good. Because, well, otherwise that could have been very problematic to actually have a lot of your stuff stolen. Okay, now we wait for the block on this. And we actually... Oh, we are still waiting for your iron. Stevie is already... yeah, the mines are really important. They are constantly patrolling around the mines so that nothing gets stolen. But Stevie already has his first iron bars, has his first fisherman's. Despite the mistake, he is slightly ahead right now. That said, Gothardus is already smelting iron too, so that's not a major mistake. And the timing is alright as well. Hopefully he poses the iron smelter after this is done, so he can actually start building more tools, because that will be a disadvantage. The timing is still alright. I personally usually get it around the 16-minute mark or so, similarly to Stevie, even on a mistake, and I also kind of think that Mayans can be a little slower due to the insufficient wood early on. I actually didn't try romance on LG, so I don't actually know exactly how that works, but hopefully quite well. But overall, like, both players are actually doing quite well. There already are fish here too, although I do prefer to start with a bit more fishermen than we can see here. But we also don't yet see another lumberjack. So overall it's kinda nice. However, I can see that Gothardus is on a slight disadvantage due to not playing with priorities. Meanwhile, Stevie is actually doing very well. That earlier tools actually did pay off a bit, or even a lot, despite his early mistake. And, well, he's developing very well. A lot of lumberjacks, another sawmill, another stonecutter, and another residence. It's all coming in here very nicely. Also, already 2 fishermen. It's looking very nice for this minute. Stevie just knows what he is doing here. So yeah, despite the early mistakes, Stevie does actually have a good shot on winning. Yes. I should actually mute myself, I guess. If you want something, ping me, please. And yeah, guys just came to my Discord and asked if I'm streaming, and I do. So yeah, Stevie looked very well. That's very healthy build for LG for this minute. Even with the slight delay, it's still very nice. And here I can also see that this looks good, honestly. Yeah, like Gothardus knows what he's doing, certainly. That isn't bad build at all. He's just a bit slower due to priorities, and I guess kinda also due to the fact that he's not pre-building some buildings, and this stone right here is now... Basically, the stone cutter is right now not working, which is a slight problem, I would say. But yeah, overall, yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's just behind because of priorities. The priorities really did help Stevie a lot there. And yeah, we can actually see why they are so important to use. That despite the delay, the Stevie could actually pull far ahead like that. And honestly, I would say that learning priorities on LG is quite a good idea, because there you just start way slower and you can just use them however you like, and actually see the effects quite well. So yeah, I do recommend that one. And here we basically see the HG economy already. 2, 4, 6, 7 lumberjacks, soon probably third sawmill, 3 foresters and 3 stonecutters, probably soon more. So yeah, this looks very nicely, and yeah, both players know what they are doing. There is just that difference of priorities that Stevie can pull ahead. This residence is still not finished, probably waiting for that last plank. And yeah, we see first storage area. I don't exactly know for what. Dawidzie, międzynarodowa promocja. Trzeba nas promować, trzeba promować razy 2. Na świecie, a nie tylko u nas. So yeah. We also see the second sawmill. Honestly, on Maya, that probably one more lumberjack would be very nice here, but it also does look nice. We see the third stonecutter. Yeah, he's just not building enough, honestly. Like, if he had the farms pre-built, if he had more, like, at this point you could probably start building first or second iron smelter, probably first gold smelter, maybe somewhere in the future more fishermen's, first mill, first bakery, first water carrier. I always forget the name for them. Waterworks, first waterworks. So yeah, that's the major difference here. Unfortunately, really. Because if only Gotardos was playing with priorities on, this would have looked so much more nice. Meanwhile, Stevie is not yet digging first farms, however, he does have 4 fishermen, which ain't bad at all. And I'm just waiting for that first farms to soon appear. I don't know what build he's exactly playing, but yeah, he does know what he's doing. So I have faith in him, right? Stevie ain't a bad player at all. I wonder how many thieves I have not seen in the meantime. Let's take a look, maybe they are somewhere here. But honestly, I don't see too many of them. Probably he kinda gave up on them. And yeah, we can see first gold mine for Gotardos. Really nice. First gold smelter as well. Unfortunately, we don't yet see any mill, any bakery being dug up. So yeah. The diggers need to get to work, but and that's unfortunate that they are just standing here. Because that's his biggest problem right here. Right? The lack of digging. Or rather pre-digging. If he managed to like dig those buildings beforehand, this build would look so much better. And this would be very good game from both players. If only that happened, right? That would be really interesting to watch. Right now, unfortunately, Stevie is pulling far ahead from Gotardos, and his economy is looking very nice. However, instead of first, that's probably first gold mine right here. But unfortunately, or fortunately, Stevie actually started from weaponsmith. So yeah. And here is probably the first farm for Stevie. I would guess. That's probably first farm. So yeah, everything actually looks good. Stevie is claiming that mountain as his. I actually wonder, probably this is working. Yeah, it is. That's good, and here we have first farm. Probably soon first gold smelter, maybe second iron smelter. We will see how this will look like in a second. Meanwhile, Gotthardus is building his first weaponsmith as well. He's looking quite healthy overall, he's just a bit slower due to the lack of pre-digging. That would be a game changer for him, honestly. Now let's take a look at stats, and yeah, we can see that Stevie is far ahead in buildings, quite a bit ahead in food and other resources too. So that's not perfect for Gotthardus. However, he does have a slight advantage in settlers. So at least that's good. Or even very good. And also we can see second farm. Probably first mill. Third fisherman. And that looks like big residence. I think that's big residence. No idea what else this could be. Especially looking that they delivered 8 and 8 of each. Unfortunately, he can't win through settlers alone. So that might be a bit of a problem, honestly. Meanwhile, Stevie is doing very well, building more settlers as well, which is the thing he lacks. I would probably start building medium residences already. And yeah, we can probably see some more food coming in shortly. What is unfortunate is that this gold mine is no longer working. But yeah, both of them actually did start weapon and gold production at a reasonable rate. Stevie probably won't have enough coal for all of that though. I can see this being a problem in a second. Meanwhile, here we have the three other mines. Yeah, Stevie is scaling hard. And also we can see Hunter from Stevie. Very nice idea. I would add like tower somewhere close. So he can hunt in a wider area, but that's not bad. That meat can change a lot. Meanwhile, Gotthardus is building that big residence. I'm not in particular that big of a fan of it, but it's not bad, right? He will have a lot of settlers, probably enough to kill PT. And yeah, he does have the gold smelter, the weaponsmith, unfortunately not yet working, or at least not yet working as well as they could. And yeah, Gotthardus still has an advantage in settlers, but unfortunately Stevie has advantage in basically everything else. Also worth noting that Gotthardus only has 7 niggers while Stevie has like 14, that's twice as many. And also Stevie has more builders, so that might contribute to that a lot as well. So yeah, Gotthardus is just slower. So far, however, one thing I have noticed is that Gotthardus is actually catching up a little bit in food, which is nice. And does have more gold than... Actually, no longer. They are basically equal in gold, but the weapons are the problem here. And ores as well, because Gotthardus actually has a lot of unprocessed ores, unlike Stevie. Stevie is actually doing really well here. Like, everything is working. Not enough coal, as I said, for the weaponsmith. Not enough coal for the iron smelter. There is just cold. There is just coal for the goldsmith, which is nice. Now there is like probably some coal for it right now, but that's not a problem. Shortly this will start working and everything will be fine here. The scaling from Stevie is really nice. That's like 4 sawmills and full forest. That's really good. That's really good. 5 stone cutters, probably 6th one. Yeah, that. I don't have a lot to say about Stevie because Stevie is just playing well, except for that mistake. Stevie is doing a good job here. But certainly Gotthardus also knows what he is doing. Honestly, it's just the lack of build power. If you're not playing on priorities, you do have to have more diggers than otherwise, and on LG in particular, that will be very visible. He should probably also deliver more fish to iron, because there are some fish here to coal. However, these fish are just doing nothing here. I feel like this is a mistake. Oh. They are probably only delivering it to this or this. There are no pickaxes here. And they are not really delivering it to iron, interestingly enough. That's kinda weird. There is more than enough fish for that. Yeah, that's basically full stack of fish just sitting there doing nothing. Oh, I think that Stevie will win. It's honestly, I'm surprised that Gotthardus is putting in so good of a work, because Gotthardus is playing well. He knows what he's doing, but Stevie is just ahead due to probably using priorities and having more build power. And due to that, also having a lot more of a forest and stone, and basically that just scales up, right? But Gotthardus will certainly put in a fight. I actually don't understand why those stone mines are being built. You have stone here, and well, that's it. But this is LG, you don't need that much stone. Right, so I don't quite understand the stone mines or purpose that they are having. I would much rather see faster iron mine or even more coal mines, although he does have coal. Or even some gold mine, like here. So yeah, that's a slight mistake in my opinion. I don't feel like Stevie does have enough wood to actually outwork all of those. I think I know why he did that. He was kinda in a fear that the stone will not last forever. But yeah, this stone field is major. It's very big and very nice. And will last him quite a while, so I would just stop those two. Meanwhile, yeah, we see more mines from Gotthardus, but we don't see enough pickaxes for them. So yeah, that sounds like a problem. Also, I feel like the major problem here is that there is no fish in iron. Okay, there is some fish here in iron, but for some reason there is no fish here. Why there is no fish in this mine? Does it even work? Did he stop it? I don't know what happened with this mine. Let's look at the people here. Yeah, they are delivering the fish to the coal, but not to this mine. There is iron, but I don't know. Is it like some invisible fish or something? Yeah. Third farm. More forest, yeah, that's good. Kinda late, but good still. Gotthardus really took a lot of this mountain already, and is taking more. He has a lot of gold too. Probably not as much as Stevie, or even for sure. Stevie is actually casually not having enough space for golden weapons in the storage. Just casual LG stuff. Also the second storage for planks, kinda nice. And more stone, yeah. What can I say? Stevie is just doing a good job. I would maybe make a bit more fishermen's to future-proof himself a little bit more, but that's fine. And yeah, finally first barracks. He does have basically everything he needs. Maybe a bit more people would be nice. And past that, it would be good. So yeah. Yeah, he had to store the gold here. Unfortunate fellow. Meanwhile, Gotthardus is building a large tower. Okay, that might not be the best idea on LG. At least I'm not a fan of it. I would rather just spend the resources on actually increasing my production. And that would be, I guess, nicer for me, personally. And on resource production. While I can see that too, yeah, this is enough for him because he's not pre-digging actually. So he can just develop other stuff, but I'm still not a big fan of actually having a lot of towers on LG. I just don't think that's necessary, even on PT. And yeah, he has 3 stone mines. And I guess there was a kill. Right, I know. It probably wasn't that. Okay. Oh, he probably didn't even scout for this stone. I see. That is why he has 3 stone mines. That is why. Because he didn't scout the map. He does not know that this stone is even here. Oh, that explains so much right now. He's only now building tower here. Wow. And I guess this whole stone is just unknown to him. And he's just playing on this stone right here. And now we have PT. And yeah, Stevie has a lot more. Yeah, that's actually leader. He does play with leader. That's a very nice catch. That's my own leader. That's tip 3 soldier, that's the leader. So yeah, that's nice catch. I didn't really notice it, but yeah, that's leader. That might be the only leader in this tournament. If you think about it. That's very possible. That this will be the only leader we actually see. So yeah, let's look at it a bit more. They are very similar to swords, however they are slower and have armor of 2. Meanwhile, Stevie is kind of just vibing, standing around his tower, doing stuff, scaling even more. I mean, from some point he's just playing regular HG. HG? Regular. That's just a regular game for him. And he's building the ornaments right now. Or rather, Akashers. Funnily enough. So yeah, that can be a preparation for coming in soon into the Gotthardus territory. But probably he will want to send more spies first. Okay, there is like stray soldier walking around, perhaps scouting the map. And here we have like, well, defensive formation. I don't quite know. Oh, and we can also see Blowgunner. Very nice unit. Very, very nice. And we also see mana. Wow, that is unexpected. But yep, we do see the mana. And I guess he still does not see this stone. Oh, maybe he did. Maybe he did. That's very nice. Those mines are certainly slowing him a bit. And that mine that is probably paused. Yeah, they are not walking here. That mine is paused. That's a big mistake. He would have so much more iron. Like just... there is barely any iron here. That's his only iron mine. Working for 2 iron smelters, 2 weaponsmiths and 1 toolsmith. So yeah. Very defensive position. A big mistake at this point, because it took him so long to... and he still probably didn't oh yes, finally! Finally he did realize that this mine wasn't working. Finally. It didn't work for so long. So yeah, hopefully he will start catching up, but it will be hard. Because Stevie is just so far ahead at this point. Let's just look at the buildings. That's 60 to almost 100. That's a big difference between the 2 players. And it doesn't seem like Stevie will also lack settlers any moment soon. And Stevie actually probably has those 2 mines also paused because, well, he does not need them. Given this massive stone field. And we actually see meat from Stevie. I would just prepare to make more fisherman's but yeah, that's just me. Why? What's not nice? What am I saying that's not nice? I'm saying that both of them know this. Ah, yeah. Sorry, Vaku. Yeah, I can be not nice to you. I'm nice to the players. I think that's enough, honestly. Yeah, I have to say, if someone who does not know how to play LG played against Gotardos, they would lose, right? But Stevie knows, and the difference of priorities is massive. And yes, this mine also did contribute to the weaker score of Gotardos, honestly. I could see him being quite equal with Stevie, with just a few small improvements in the build. And that mana, that's a lot of mana. That's a lot of mana. Wow. That's kinda unexpected to see this much mana. In fact, that's a bit wrong proportion. This water should be enough, I guess. Or maybe... yeah, it should be enough. Because this is basically supplied already. Honestly, I would like to see 5th Agava soon. That would be better ratio here. So 5 to 3 to 2 would be very nice. And yes, Gotardos is just casually taking this mountain. Stevie didn't even go there. I mean, if this match lasts for like an hour longer, yeah, probably Stevie will still have an advantage because he's just very experienced player. Let's just say it like that. Stevie knows how to play this game. He plays higher resource modes a lot as well. So yeah, Stevie... this is probably best pick against Stevie. Maybe MG would be better. But LG is not bad against Stevie. I wouldn't pick HG against Stevie. But maybe the mana will make the difference. Let's hope. So far, yeah, this works nice. This all works nice. The mana might make the difference. It is not a lot of it, and there is no big temple. Yeah, there is no temple yet. That's the big problem here. Because he does not have a lot of diggers. Right, he made a bit more, but that's still not enough. In my opinion. And there is just lack of the temple. With temple, I could see this being, well, maybe not, but he would have chances, right? Also, I think that if map is really close, there is probably some rat from Stevie right here. Yeah, there is a rat. Stevie is sending a rat and it's just waiting there. And there is some kind of push. We see some kind of push. I wonder if he sees this or not. Maybe some, like, thief noticed that. Which it could, because Stevie killed one of Gotthardus's thieves. But yeah, okay, and look at that. Look at that, look what is coming here. And he's coming with Sabo. Gotthardus is pushing with Sabo. He took this army and he's pushing with Sabo all the way across the map. Wow. That's... Let's say I haven't seen a play like this for a while. That's honestly amazing. And here is the big temple. So yeah, the mana is really nice. Especially early mana on Mayans can be really good. But yeah, pushing with Sabo past 115. And look at this, Stevie will try to capture some towers. Unfortunately, there is like tip from Gotthardus who sees this. So he is defending like right here. Honestly, that's not enough to defend these towers. If he does not move these old troops like here. Oh, I mean, I kinda wanted to watch Pan Capitan versus Gulliver, but this is good content too. This is good content. Like, it's fun to talk about. Stevie is kinda... I mean, Stevie never was really good at army control. But yeah, he's just standing here around his tower, which is fine. And he's just building more and more echo. Because why not? No one is pressuring him really. And here is the push. Here is the push. I wonder if Stevie will see it with his geologist. No, that's good content. Despite the advantage of like 60... Okay, yeah, like 50 soldiers. Actually 60 soldiers, alright. The Gotthardus is not giving up. In fact, he started to actually play better. The buildings, he's not getting further away from Stevie when it comes to buildings. So that's nice. That's nice. Oh, and here is a fight. Here Stevie is coming in. I wonder if Gotthardus does not see this. This army is just standing there. Gotthardus, wake up. Wake up, Gotthardus. Come on. He's microing his army here, destroying Stevie's mines while his towers are being occupied. And look at this one blow then. Yeah, probably he noticed now because of the warning. I hope. But honestly, yeah, that's too late. That's way too late. He didn't lose a lot. He did lose a lot of food though. And mines. That's probably what will hurt the most. And probably like... Okay, that wasn't built yet. Or that was whatever was there. But yeah, like... He kinda did the same to the Stevie. Oh, yeah. He destroyed like 3 mines or 4. What a game. Stevie could have probably just ended this with archer push right now, because the army difference is just so massive. But yeah. Is there a mage? No, I don't see a... Oh, there is a mage. No, that isn't a mage. Where is his mage? Oh, here it is. He's walking. No, that's fun game. And right now Stevie will probably start to push. Yeah, he's killing the Sabo, the other troops. He didn't manage to win with soldiers, but that's fine. I mean, swords. The king is that leader. And now he is rebuilding this tower. Probably soon will rebuild those mines. And other stuff, hopefully. But yeah, he's developing nicely. There is something here. Oh, there's Sabo. Sabo and some swords now coming from Stevie probably to the Gotardos. And there is even more of that here. Yeah, Stevie is just having fun. Stevie is having fun. I can't say anything else. If he wanted to win, he could have probably by now. The difference in army is just massive, but yeah. Let the guy play. Oh. Yeah, no more rats anywhere around. But yeah, Stevie is still making swords. Wait, is he making now? He's making swords and bows, I guess. Gotardos has a lot of gold. Like a lot. And not enough weapons for that. He could have like 50 more soldiers, T3 soldiers. That would be amazing, honestly. But yeah, 34 to 142 is a difference. And it's not a small one. And right now, Stevie started to march. These soldiers will literally do anything to not step on the mountain. Like, that's just crazy sometimes. Yeah, I guess Stevie just decided that it is time. It's time to call it quits. Ants are going to the war, yes. Yes, the Bowmans are going to the war finally. Gotardos will have a surprise. 2 groups of Sable and some soldiers. And well, let's say that it's not really looking too bright despite the mana. Like, Gotardos has a lot of mana. That's like 50 army in mana. Maybe too much. It's like, I would have to calculate 20, 40, 60, 40 mana in 40 army in mana. Like, he can just kill with butterflies 40 archers of Stevie, but that's still like big difference. 40 to 110, that's too many. That's way too many. So yeah. No, that's nice. It was a nice game. And Gotardos actually did perform quite well. There are some things he could learn from us if he played more. And if he did that, this would be a really close game, I feel like. Yeah. But I see that in the chat we have a strong support for Stevie. Like both Kielon and Pierogi. are cheering him on. And yeah, I know that Stevie does not know how much army Gotthardus actually has. But well, he does hold the advantage. Funnily enough, there are no people standing anywhere for Gotthardus, which is not perfect. And yes, Stevie has a lot more people too. Like, this is just basically HG economy. He could have made more weaponsmiths and goldsmiths. Yeah, the gold is just standing there. Yeah, I mean, Stevie is playing on chill mode at this point, probably. And there is another group of swords trying to raise something. And there is the main attack that's coming in. Probably right now Gotthardus does see the army, and he decides to camp between towers, which isn't particularly bad. But yeah, the Sabots will be coming in. And there they are. No, yes, Gotthardus has tons of gold. Like literal tons of gold. Amazing amounts. Honestly, that Iron Mine that didn't work for half of the game really did him a solid unfavor. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That was just bad. But yeah, Stevie just had better economy. Despite his early mistake, he managed to pull himself out of it quite well. And well, that will be a game probably soon. Yeah, at this point, Gotthardus probably can't do anything else about this. There is just too many soldiers. I hope he manages to use the mage as well. That would be nice. Yeah, there goes the butterflies. He's not giving up just yet. 10, 20, 30. Okay, so far. He should have for 1 or 2 more. That's probably too many. And there is probably no... Oh, yeah. Probably the mages just died. So yeah, it wasn't terrible, but... It was really good attempt from... well... He could certainly try that and count on the fact that Stevie's soldiers will instinctively start picking them up and carrying them back to to his base. Like, I wouldn't be surprised really if Stevie's soldiers started acting like a thieves at some point. Yeah, that you can't say you don't get my point, right? Yeah. And gold? Honestly, knowing Stevie, he would sooner go for a good chunk of meat. Yeah, probably Gotthardus does not know how to give up. Or just does not want to give up. He will fight till the end. There are the second barracks. And honestly, he does have some weapons there. Yeah. This is not over yet. But yeah, Stevie was kinda fearful of this. Use mana. Is there mage anywhere? I can't quite see one. The leader is kinda similar to the mage, honestly. But yeah, these leaders did a good job. He did have enough gold for them. But honestly, yeah, that leader is not the perfect unit. And there goes the butterflies and there goes the mage. He maybe has mana for one more, but probably not. So yeah, that was a good game from both sides, despite TV looking so dominant right now. The Cotardos did play well. That was good. Good game. Okay, I will try to see the stats. And perhaps I don't see Stevie or Gotardos anywhere on the Discord. So there probably won't be any talk with the contestants. But yeah, these are the final stats. I will post them just to make their lives easier. But yeah, Stevie was dominant. But it wasn't bad for Gotardos, honestly. He did kill a lot. But yeah, overall, it's just the lack of like training and playing with us and the priorities and a few more things. Because overall, the Gotardos did play really well. So yeah. Thank you guys for... Oh, we can... yeah. There is no one to talk to, as none of them came to the interview. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Cheers!